We begin our report with the debt ceiling talks in Washington and whether lawmakers will be able to come to an agreement to avert a global economic crisis that all sides say will take place if they don't get an agreement. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy described his face-to-face meeting with the president Monday as, quote, productive, which is an improvement from the early stages of talks or when they weren't talking at all. But lawmakers have less than 2 weeks before the deadline of June 1st. That's the earliest the Treasury Secretary believes the federal government would not be able to pay all its debts. Despite the ever-shrinking timeline, McCarthy told reporters Tuesday he still thinks a deal is possible, but he also made clear there's still work to be done.
You cannot spend more money next year than we spent this year, clear as day. We've got to help people get back into work requirements. You've got to be able to cut this red tape where people can build again in America. You know, there's a lot of avenues out there that they've got to find. You've got to come to agreement.
CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins me from Capitol Hill. Nikole, what's the biggest sticking point at this moment, and how far are the two sides apart on that sticking point?
Well, it seems like everything is a sticking point, John. But, you know, in talking to the Speaker's negotiating team late today, they continue to say that there really are some fundamental differences here when it comes to the issue of spending and spending caps. And, you know, I spoke with the Speaker multiple times today and many times over the course of this past week. And what he continues to say is we can't spend more next year than we are this year. And that really is, in his words, what he told me, a red line. And so, you know, Republican negotiators have said, for instance, they think what was spent in fiscal year 22 is a good baseline. The White House, on the other hand, has proposed freezing spending at current levels. And so Republicans really aren't amenable to that because they don't really feel like that's enough savings. So that's kind of that fundamental area of disagreement, in addition to how long spending should be capped. You know, Republicans would like that to occur for a period of up to a decade. You know, the White House is seeking a much shorter timetable. And then, of course, there are lots of other issues in terms of where they can seek savings, whether that is trying to recoup unspent COVID money, whether that is permitting reform, whether that is the issue of work requirements, which is also a sticking point with some progressive Democrats. So it really seems very challenging to try to satisfy all sides here.
So there are the details, which you nicely outline, and then there's the ticking clock. June 1st is the deadline set by the Treasury Department, but then the timeline also is influenced by the House Republicans' rule about how soon you're allowed to vote on a bill after it's introduced. Can you help us put that timeline into perspective?
Yeah, that's right. Well, of course, you're referring to the 72-hour rule, which is a rule that would permit members to have 72 hours to read a bill, no more, no less. But think about that, 72 hours, that's 3 days. Right now, we're 9 days away from this potential X date of June 1st. So you're already taking 3 days off the calendar. That really just leaves 6 days to try to get a deal, write that legislation. Then you've got to allow for those 3 days for members to review it. Then, of course, have a vote not only in the House, but also in the Senate. So there really is a very truncated timetable here. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell was actually up here on Capitol Hill earlier today, briefing Democrats. It was more of a conversation broadly about the economy, but I'm told that he did get a number of questions about the debt ceiling. Take a listen to what Congresswoman Annie Kuster told me about that meeting today.
We did talk about is where we are in our economy, and obviously it's on our minds about raising the debt ceiling so that we can pay our past obligations. These are votes that have been taken, Republicans and Democrats. We have bills to pay, and those need to happen.
Now, unsurprisingly, the Federal Reserve Chairman did not take questions from reporters following that meeting with Democrats. But suffice it to say that the Treasury Secretary has made clear that that June 1st deadline is a hard deadline where the government will have to start making some serious decisions about what obligations it can actually meet. John?
Nikole Killion on Capitol Hill. Thank you so much, Nikole.
You bet.